Hi Aquarius, welcome into your monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of January 2023. I do want to thank you so much for your amazing strong presence, but I do want to remind you that this is general for your month, so simply take what resonates and leave the rest behind. And I do want to thank you in advance for hitting that like button, commenting down below, and of course subscribe to this channel if you haven't joined this lovely Aquarius tribe already. Interesting way of describing that. But anyways, we're going to begin with the overall tarot that I pre-pulled for you from the Tarot of Dreams. And then there are two oracle that I also pre-pulled, which we'll speak upon in a moment. But do remember to check out your other placements within your chart. The link will be down below, okay? But we received, because I do have Aquarius in my chart, we received the Four of Wands. A very powerful energy to receive for your month. The imagery shows naturally that a door is opening for a lot of Aquarians drawn to this reading. This could be an investor, it could be a new business idea, a new business expansion. It could be more than one door opening for you. And I feel this will happen quite naturally in a very destined way. But for a lot drawn to the reading, this is a new job, okay? Whether it's part-time, full-time, it could be a new promotion, a new position within the same company, excuse me. But Spirit's saying, oh, and this could also be a new investment for you, like a new, naturally a new place of residence, a new business location, office, something of the sort. But however this works for you, whether it's one or multiple doors opening, the Four of Wands talks about how Aquarians drawn to this reading, January sparks a month where things are falling into place, right? And you might have already felt like this was the case for you to an extent to finish up 2022, but to begin the new year, you're seeing things in a very passionate, but I want to say peaceful way falling into place, but do expect for things to get busier, okay? And naturally with this month being a busy one for you, it's going to start to pick up even more so when it comes to February, March, April, but you deserve the passionate, successful busyness, okay? But again, I feel like you have the skill sets, the experience, the knowledge at this point along your path to make sure that that packed schedule of yours, obviously depending how much from Aquarian to Aquarian, but it's up to you to tap into that knowledge, experience, wisdom to make sure that you don't allow it to become any sort of stressed out busyness, okay? Because I know that drawn to this reading, you do to an extent, at least sometimes, like the busyness, okay? It can be quite fulfilling and rewarding all the meanwhile. But look at this, the coins card, okay? Talking about money coming in, wealth, good investment, okay? Now that good investment could be as far as your time, energy, resources go, but for some I feel this really pertains to a past investment, say a housing situation, a car, it could have been a loan, okay, interesting. It could have been something else of the sort, but I do feel like this could be taking place throughout the month, right? Absolutely. Or it could have been a past investment and a current day situation that's sparking a level of commitment in one way, shape, or form. But I do feel like some of you work in sales or your sales background is coming in handy when it comes to a new job and or a current continuing career opportunity. I do feel like a lot of entrepreneurs are drawn to this reading. I'm just now hearing entrepreneur at heart. Bear with me. I'm going to cleanse my energy again, and I really do recommend that, especially if you're empathic, you cleanse your energy quite thoroughly throughout the month when you can, because I feel like energy is going to be affecting you, and I do feel like you're quite spiritually connected, even if you don't realize it. But I mean, to get the coins card side by side with the Four of Wands for a money and career read is great. It just feel like it's a very Six of Pentacles vibe where the abundance is raining on in. You're seeing the money come in, and that feels quite nice. But we also have light bulb talking about lucrative ideas. So definitely, once again, it could be a business idea flowing in for you, leaving you feeling a level of hope for your future. And Spirit saying this will gradually grow. Even if you're continuing a business idea or a situation, a foundation that you've set in place in the past year or two, or even further back, that's gradually growing, okay? People are impressed, and I do feel like you're inspired, to say the very least, And I feel you are a true source of inspiration in the eyes and the ears of others. And there's no shortage of that throughout the month, okay? And I really do feel like people are seeing you as somebody who, stands in their own, does their thing and does it well. I mean, I'm not surprised that entrepreneur is written right here. But again, a new job tying into the door opening. And I feel like it's a golden door of opportunity. Now, I do feel like you are easily bringing in what's meant for you at this time, but also more than that, right? So I want to say money-wise, right, in one sense. But when it comes to going back to the door opening, if not multiple, you could be giving oneself the opportunity to walk through certain doors that aren't meant for you. I did see the Four of Cups in the main tarot deck before proceeding, and I really do feel as if you need to recognize quite quickly via your intuition, the feeling in the air, the energy, right? Picking up on certain red flags, even say in an interview or just a meeting of importance, or even potentially the beginning stages of an opportunity when something's not meant for you. Because you know best at this point along your path. When something feels like the Five of Wands in reverse, it's meant for you, okay? And it doesn't mean it has to lack any sort of abundance for you all the meanwhile. We're going to pull from the Gilded deck to continue. Let's center these. Take your time and do it well. Take your time and do it well. Quality over quantity, my friend. Even though I feel as if you probably, especially if you work from home, there's a set amount of, for the most part, there's a set amount of something that you're trying to create, develop, accomplish, and there'll end up being more accomplished for some at certain points in the month. But again, just take your time and do it well. And take your time and say it well. Seven of Cups. Yeah, I feel like, again, you have a lot of options, okay? But there's a lot to accomplish, a lot to communicate. I do feel like you're blossoming through your work. There are moments where I feel like you get a little bit feisty throughout the month, whether this is due to certain outside factors, frustrations, the energy in the air, your caring nature. I mean, it's interesting because thinking about your yearly reading for 2023, you got the Phoenix rising from the ashes transmutation card from the main Oracle deck, and that kind of has that fiery feeling to it, right? And then you have the Four of Wands in the center of your money and career read to begin the year. Because I feel like your passion is quite evident, but don't let that passion translate into a level of frustration or just too much, okay? You know the difference at this point. And I feel like people will respect how much you truly care because it's going to be obvious, okay? Through the words you mention, the messages you convey, even if that's through spirit or from spirit and through you. Or it could be just simply through your unspoken work, which speaks for itself. Beautiful. Okay, I'm now hearing through your gestures, okay, your mannerisms. But the Nine of Pentacles talking about how, again, you stand in your confidence in what you've been through. Your confidence, your good looks, your knowledge, and your experience speaks for itself. I know that was a lot, but it was on point. Key wording. It's time for you to shine in your glory, okay? It's time for you to be recognized, to be noticed, to be discovered, and for this to be the beginning of a year that's absolutely better than the previous one, okay? It's like, yeah, I might slip up on my words at times. Yeah, I might space out. I might have a lot going on that you're not aware of, but I'm on point and you know that, okay? I do what I do and I do it well, and that's why the abundance is raining on in. It's why the universe is saying this is something you don't give up on, or this is something you're meant for, or both, okay? Look at that. I feel like some of you are getting a raise if I didn't mention it already. I know I mentioned promotion with the door opening, but I mean the fact that this card ends with the word lucky in creative work, okay? But judgment here. I really do feel as if this one's going over here. You're quite honest, okay? And that's tying into that feisty way of being at times, or just that passionate nature. And I do feel like some of you, this is Spirit's honesty, Spirit's truth coming through, but then your intuitive truth either just coming out. You could be a tarot reader, a healer, something of the sort. I'm hearing Reiki. But I really do feel like you are being noticed for your voice, some of you for your music. But I do feel like either way, music will come in handy throughout the month. You know, a creative release, a getaway from your work for a hot second, plugging in your headphones or just putting on your favorite playlist, bouncing down the street or driving around, running errands, spending a bit of money. They're saying frivolously, if I could even say it. That word is always a struggle for me. And I do feel as if, however that works for you, it feels good when you listen to music, even if it's not your own, okay? But I do feel like part of you is a bit guarded, okay? And I feel like it's expected to say the least. It's a bit, it's taking place because of the past. Some of you, even if this is valid in one, if not multiple ways, we need to try to put our guard down to a certain extent. Keep the strategy there, of course, but I feel like you're very intuitive being an Aquarius at this point along your path, that you see the truth in people, places, situations, opportunities before, like right from the get-go, okay? Or just after all you've been through with that person or situation, right? And so it's hard for you not to expect what you already know, right? But Spirit's saying, let's try to have a clean slate. Do your best. We have the Death card. Spirits, I'm not going to take this one, but I feel as if there is part of the month, at the very least, if not the whole month, where you're feeling a bit depleted. But I do sense that self-care, replenishing, rest time, that will help with that. But an ending in the past is leaving you more peaceful and more abundant, more passionate all the meanwhile, okay? And not forcing it is working to your advantage. Let's keep going. Coming out the Page of Pentacles naturally, okay? So I feel like there's this way of you presenting your work quite consistently, excuse me, that it's just working to your advantage, and it's leaving people in awe, it's leaving jaws dropping, and it's leaving something growing at a nice, comfortable rate, okay, pace. And I just feel like you moving and accomplishing, producing, developing at your own comfortable pace, that's also working to your advantage. I just heard 1224. 1224, look up that angel number meaning. Excuse me, I feel as if your innate ability to laugh it off, to crack a joke, right? To not overly stress or focus on slip-ups, that's taking a highlight. But your spirituality is taking a highlight throughout the month as well, okay? Don't be surprised if you feel truly guided by an angel when you're working, when you're out and about spending money or just running errands, when you are at home relaxing, trying to replenish, organize. I feel like organizing, cleaning up, keeping things tidy is just going to work to your advantage as well. It's going to feel very refreshing. It'll help you have a clear mind when getting ready for work or running your business from home, or even just trying to relax. But I did hear waiting for something to upload. I'm seeing the Temperance card. You're going to need to have patience when it comes to that, okay? But again, they're saying with these pillars, things are aligning, but you're being viewed as a pillar of angelic success, with that passionate note to everything you create and develop and move towards, and I want to say even leave behind, okay? What else do we have? Well, bear with my lack of voice. Ooh, flopping out. The Five of Swords in reverse. Okay, somebody around you is stressed, but it's not yours to care about. No offense to them, but I do feel like you're being reminded that, again, what doesn't feel stressful, what doesn't give you that headache, but still provides abundance in one, if not multiple ways, that is meant for you, period, okay? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And you may need to adjust your perspective in regards to that. You could be pushing other people at points with that honesty and spirituality, your voice in more than one way to adjust their perspective. But let's hang from the tree of wisdom at this point, Aquarius. You know better. Don't be jumping into an opportunity or sticking with one that you know is going to leave you with that Five of Swords in the upright, okay? When you're easily manifesting in, attracting, and feeling guided to what's right for you with minimal to no stress, Okay. Nothing's perfect, but I feel like the imperfection about what you're meant for and just what you're meant to achieve, and even you as a whole, that's a beauty throughout this month. The King of Cups, because I feel like you're riding the waves towards success. Okay. Looking for fulfillment. It's like if you once, or even stepping into this month, thought, okay, I can work a career opportunity that's not going to fulfill me as long as it makes money, it just won't feel like enough. Okay, it won't feel like enough. It's almost as if it's reversed for some of you, where you've been working an opportunity that doesn't make you a ton of money or enough, but it's fulfilling, it's rewarding, it's your life purpose, but now you need to open up another door, put something else on your plate to make more money. However it works for you, I feel like, okay, your predictive nature is coming into play, others' predictive nature coming into play. You're riding the waves towards new levels of success for you. It's like you're balancing things out so you can have that financial comfort and career success and fulfillment all the meanwhile. But the Ten of Cups in the center of your reading, because I do feel like as things fall into place, you're seeing oneself prioritizing your comfort and happiness all the meanwhile, even if you don't expect it. But with the butterfly there and the bee, if you can look closely, because I don't feel like picking up the card, we're talking about your transformation, okay? Whatever you've been working towards transforming. Your career as a whole taking a transformation as the money rolls on in, seeing the sweet results in more than one form. And Spirit saying, why do you feel at times that your comfort, your happiness needs to take priority number one? Because people, places, situations that make you nervous or have in the past have led you to make that at the top of your list. And that's good. That's affecting the quality of your work in a positive way, your overall well-being. I feel like efforts to take care of oneself are working to your advantage once again, okay? And I just feel like people know you're going places, even if they don't want to admit it. Or you could have some naysayers, especially those who work online, some haters, just a little bit jealous. Those who do what you do will be impressed, but then there might be a couple who just don't like that you're doing it well. So be it. So be it. Sometimes making your way to the top doesn't always feel comfortable 100%, or just doesn't always come with everybody supporting you. Okay, but those who matter, those who, they may even come around eventually, but I feel like there is a lot of support, a lot of praise and compliments all the meanwhile. Look at that. Justice. Due to your spirituality, due to your intuition, due to your hard work, and the luck on your side at this time, you know, side by side with just the manifestation and the creativity, the passion, right? You're seeing justice come to be. It's a very golden way about you, and I sense that the scales are balancing in your favor. And I'm now hearing with this here, where are we putting our game piece next? Okay, it's up to you. I mean, we'll guide you in the right direction, but it's up to you. There are days in the month where you don't feel like working, and then there are other days naturally where your creativity taps in, your passion taps in, or you tap into that and you feel like working. But it's this gradual growing from 7 to 8 where things are working in your favor, okay? And I just feel like this is coming out for a reason, okay? Seeing oneself, again, quite passionate, a little bit defensive, but being viewed as a pillar of passion and golden success all the meanwhile. One who just will get it done and will do it well, okay? They're also saying what's not over yet is not meant to be over. So just keep that in mind. There's a place and a time for everything, and an ending for what's meant to come to an end at a destined time. That was horrible wording. But with the Ace of Pentacles at the top of your reading, it's a month where, again, money's on your mind, money's flowing in. Career success, to say the very least, is coming into play. Being viewed as a mix of this Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and King of Swords, right? Finding the balance in it all as you're being viewed as a very wise, passionate individual, and seeing oneself with a very busy schedule, but working to your advantage. And I just feel like you're being reminded that this is the spark of a beautiful year ahead for you, all right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light, and I'll see you next time.